Hey YouTube. So this is the story. Let me just start off. Yes, you probably saw the video of me lying there like that after my COVID jab. Yes, I was very bad after that for 6 days, but I'm fine now. That was first dose, of course. Anyway, right, okay. So this is a story about my Facebook friends. 2 of them I know in real life, I've met up, they're good friends. And 3 of them I haven't met up with. Now, I'm not going to say the names, quite obviously, but I will tell you where they're from. One is from Newcastle upon Tyne. One is from Barnsley. One is from Gloucestershire. And 2 are from Oldham. So, one of them, the chap from Barnsley, he can get me in quite a few only yards, but he will not stop phoning me. Like, 12 times a day. The chap from Newcastle, not upon Tyne, underline. He's quite a down-to-earth guy. He's quite a funny guy. He's actually told me a few things about, right, when you get your next girlfriend, Andrew, do this, don't do that. He gives me a lot of advice. So really sound chap, really funny guy. Then after that, you have this female from Gloucestershire. I can't do the accent by way, but there you are. Who apparently is into trucks, specifically Scanias. She likes Richard King's fleet as well. So anyway, the chap from Newcastle got onto her today on Messenger. And she's a woman of very few words. I'm not too sure why. I'm not really a fan of people who, give like one-word answers. I don't understand. Maybe she's shy. I don't know. Maybe she might be like my mate Robbo in Australia, who's a wagon driver, and we've been speaking since November, but still he, not worry, but it's a new person to him, isn't it? So maybe she might just be like him, like a while to get to know us type thing. I am on Euro Truck Simulator 2 on Pro Mods, heading up to northern Norway, so that's why I'm keep looking at the screen on these really winding little mountain roads. I've got a B-train on as well, so not the easiest thing to handle around these roads. I'm sure in real life it's pretty tough as well, but I guess if you go slow, follow the other wagons, then you'll be alright. So anyway, she's into Scanias, and you know what I'm like about Scanias, and you certainly know what I'm like about Richard King. I'm actually meeting him on Sunday on the M60 convoy and having a ride in his golden Volvo Ailsa number 7. That's actually going from the fleet in July, by the way, so it may be my last opportunity to get a ride in Paul's wagon. So anyway, she's a woman of few words. She likes Scanias, and she, how can I say it? She said on one of the posts on the group, "I'm bored." So does that mean she obviously wants like people to talk to? So anyway, let me get back to the story we were talking about earlier. I went a bit off track then. The guy from Newcastle kept messaging her today. He said, well, if I hadn't got a girlfriend, I wouldn't say no. So then she put a few kisses. He put a rose. And then basically, he said, oh, my mate Andy, he's single. He's into his wagons, he's a photographer, and he likes you. And she thought, oh, really? So anyway, he kept on saying, yeah, he does. I bet you message him. So anyway, she messages me about 6:20, and I have had quite a long night, shall we say. I've been replying to emails to do with the photography, and I've been working out my schedule. So I had a bit of a kip on chair. Now, I didn't know what she put. So then my mate from Newcastle keeps phoning me. So at about 9 o'clock, I actually go on phone to him and I say, I've been looking at this new house. What what do you want? What do you want? And so then, let me just see where I'm actually going. Yeah, I'm turning right. And so then, instead of that, he says, "Oh, you got a new girlfriend, don't you?" And I'm like, I haven't had a girlfriend since last May. What the hell are you on about? So then he's like, the one from Gloucestershire, you fancy? I've looked her up, I've added her now, like you said. And, she's single. And do you really mean it? And I was like, whoa, steady on, mate. Yeah, of course I mean it. But, I'm not prepared for it, clearly. So I'm sort of like, right, okay. It's been a while, since I've properly talked to a woman, and apart from me very, very good friend Tasha, and it's been a while since I've made conversation. So he said, yeah, just chat to her, I'll give you some advice. So anyway, she's on the group with the chap in Barnsley. He already has a girlfriend. And they're talking about wagons, he's talking about what yards he's getting in, and then we both of us begin to talk about aircraft. And of course I actually, before all this pandemic, and I'm sure it's got a lot of people down, and it's affected the pilot industry, the airline industry, so much. And of course the reason for that is pilots, trained commercial pilots are now delivery drivers and people who work in factories, which honestly is such a shame when they paid all that money to do the dream job, and look where they are right now. So fingers crossed it recovers. So anyway, before the pandemic, I was training at my local airfield to be a light aircraft pilot, and luckily enough that airfield opened 2 days ago, reopened 2 days ago, so happy days for me to get up there very soon, getting the Piper. So anyway, we just began talking about aircraft, and he said, oh, I know the guy, one of the guys from Jet 2, and I'm like, what, Captain Brad, the training pilot? Because if it is him, I've been on his simulator. So he's like, no, that's not the guy. So then, it's not an argument, it's a disagreement. And he says, oh, Leeds Bradford, LJL, and I'm like, that's not the code, it's Echo Golf Golf Papa for Liverpool John Lennon. So then he puts it again, and I'm like, I've flown in light aircraft from there, I've flown a Piper from there, I know exactly what it's called. I have to know what it's called for your runways and identifiers and everything like that. So it's clear to me that this guy has never flown a light aircraft. It's clear that he's been on aircraft to places like Greece and Spain. I understand, thousands of people have. But when it comes to actually flying, some people have a limited knowledge of flying aircraft, and some people know a hell of a lot because they're enthusiasts. And then, of course, you have your third category who do that for real. So anyway, I said to him, I said, what are you on about? John Lennon, this is not the code for John Lennon. So anyway, the woman gets involved and puts OF. And I'm a bit like, let me just, we're turning left, roundabout. So I'm a bit like, okay. About what? It's two guys having a conversation about flying, as if to say, what the hell's up? So anyway, so then I put something again about flying the light aircraft, because he says, right, I wouldn't mind. How about you come to Doncaster and land there? And I'm being like, well, the airfield that I'm at is over the Pennines. I know you can fly a light aircraft over the Pennines with VFR, and I believe it's class... Is it class D airspace? So then it's like, I'll have to have a lesson. I want a lesson. And I'm thinking, you're talking BS right now, you know? He's like he's trying to, how can I say, I impress this woman, even though he already has a girlfriend. So I show him the picture of the Cessna 152, and I said, if you're planning on doing it, you know, you need to do it in this aircraft. It's a gem to fly, and for my height, it's perfect because it's a small aircraft, and I'm only a short guy. So I said to him, you know, you're almost the same height as me. You know, this is what you need to train on. Anyway, so before the conversation could end, my mate from Newcastle, the genuine guy, rings me up after he's been to shops. And I'm like, look mate, the guy from Barnsley keeps trying to get in contact with me. I can't because I'm on to you. So then after that, a couple of minutes after that, the woman from Gloucestershire actually gets onto me and says, on that group that we're both in, says, can you private message me now? And I'm like, what? Okay, what's happened now? What's been said? What's happened? So then, when she puts in bold, do you fancy me? I've been told that you know you want to go out with me, and I'm like, oh shit, what the hell do I say to this? And then I'm like, yeah, I do. Anyway, I'm a photographer. You know, how's things? And she puts okay. So now I'm just, to be honest, thinking, what am I going to put back to her? Because I'm glad the chap from Newcastle got on to her and said, yeah, he fancies you. He likes you. Yes, I do. You know, if it didn't work out, it doesn't matter. Hey, there's plenty of fish in the sea. I mean, Icelandic birds, to be honest, are pretty hot. After the video that I saw today to do with Reykjavik, which is the capital. Some nice blondes out there. Now, I don't live in Iceland. I live in the northwest of the United Kingdom, so I'm about a 3-hour flight away. So that isn't going to happen anytime soon because of all the travel restrictions, just like I'm not going to be allowed to go to Dunkirk, even though I'm very much into my history. So I really don't know what to put to her, and now she just replied on the group with the guy from Newcastle, genuine one. Yes, he put, are you still on the group? She put, yes, I put a lot of truck photos on, mainly Scanias, because I have over 250,000 photos on this computer, and over half of them, or should I say nearly all of them, are trucks, or photos from the model room, die-cast obviously. So I just don't know what to put next. There will be a part 2 of this video, and tomorrow I'm up in West Yorkshire doing the photography, so I will keep you posted on that. That's what this channel is called, Andy's Life of course, and this is Andy. If you made it this far, then you really are a good one. A very patient person, I'll give you that. I wouldn't have lasted this far on this video. I really would like to do a collage. I forgot what they call it now. Like a, begins with M. I forgot what it's called. Montage, I think it is. And photographs and a bit of video of me from when I was a baby up to now being 25. As I've said, this is my life, and then do a voiceover to it. Because of the COVID jab, because of a couple of other things, I haven't been able to do that. That's going to be my introduction video. I wish that would have been the first video to the channel, you know, but I can't help it. So, you know, just one of them things, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to reply to these two on Messenger now. I've just had a video call with the chap from Newcastle, and hopefully I'm phoning him on Monday. More about the other two chaps from Oldham. One's in the art class and one is in the photography class. More about them on the next video. Ta-da!